found some stuff on my husband's phone. And here's
Where's he at?
I've seen this, and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids, one of them's.
It begins in a quiet home in Cedar Springs, Michigan. Nothing about the morning feels unusual at first. The kids are still groggy, the house is cluttered with everyday life, and plans for a casual family gathering hang in the air. But within hours, everything collapses. The woman who makes the call to police is shaking. Her voice cracks as she explains that she found something on her husband's phone, something she cannot explain away, justify, or forget. Whatever she saw was not accidental. It was not harmless. And it was not something she could keep to herself. Deputies arrive and find her overwhelmed, apologetic even, as if she's unsure whether she's doing the right thing. Through tears, she explains that her husband left the house shortly after she confronted him. He didn't argue. He didn't try to reassure her. He simply walked out. Earlier that morning, she noticed his behavior was off. He guarded his phone. He grew tense when she came near. When she finally took it from his pocket, he panicked, not the reaction of someone worried about privacy, but of someone terrified of being exposed. At first, she suspected infidelity. That would have been painful, but manageable. What she discovered instead was far worse. She describes opening a web page and seeing images involving children. The moment is instant and irreversible. She knows, as a mother and as a medical professional, that what she is looking at crosses a line that cannot be uncrossed. She doesn't confront him further. She doesn't ask for explanations. She calls the police. Deputies carefully avoid asking her to search the phone further, preserving the integrity of the evidence. They collect the device along with a computer she had already secured. The woman explains that she has 2 children and her only concern now is protecting them. When asked where her husband might be, she says she doesn't know, only that he left after she told him a single sentence, "You're going to prison."
He followed me, and he was like, "Give me my phone," and I was like, "Give me your passcode," and he was like, "No, no," and this went on for like an hour. We were just going back and forth.
Were you here for any of this?
No, they showed up at the last second. I was just telling him, like, get out, like, you're obviously cheating, this is super weird. And he eventually was like, if I give it to you, like, passcode, can we have a conversation? And I was like, no, like, or I said, yeah, give me your passcode, and he did. And then I was like, okay, now you can go. I didn't even look at it yet. And then they showed up, so I got kids ready because I wanted them to leave because I thought he was cheating. So I thought we were going to have a conversation about that. So they get the 2 kids and walk out. And then I pull it up for the first time and I seen that. So then I came back out and told my dad to come back in with me so I could grab my stuff and go because I was just going to go to the police station with it. But I just decided to call you guys because I'm so disgusted.
And then what happened with him?
I told my mom.
As officers document every detail, one unsettling fact emerges: her husband works as a maintenance employee for the local public school district. And suddenly, what began as a private family crisis becomes something much larger. But as investigators begin searching the phone, they realize the most disturbing evidence may not be where anyone expects it to be. 2 days later, detectives sit across from the man at the center of the investigation, 35-year-old Mark Leal. Calm. Cooperative. Almost eager to talk. He doesn't deny viewing pornography. In fact, he admits it quickly, describing it as a problem, an addiction, even. But when detectives ask about illegal content involving children, his explanation takes an unexpected turn. He insists the images were not real. According to him, they were generated by artificial intelligence. He claims he had been experimenting with image generation tools, typing prompts out of curiosity, watching the software produce disturbing results he says he didn't fully control. He describes it as new, exciting, and spiraling faster than he anticipated. When asked to be specific, his answers grow vague. He admits the images included children. Some, he estimates, appeared around 10 years old. Others older. He claims he was just testing limits, creating a wide range of images, including adults and celebrities. Detectives listen without interrupting. They don't challenge him yet. Instead, they ask for consent to examine all his electronic devices. Mark agrees. At the same time, investigators reassure his wife that no hidden cameras or additional devices were found in the home or vehicle. While her fear for her children remains, police explain that, at least for now, they have found no evidence suggesting the kids were directly targeted. Then comes an unexpected update. Forensic analysis of the phone does not reveal confirmed child sexual abuse material. The images are disturbing, but fall into a legal gray area. The case suddenly feels less certain, and the woman who reported her own husband struggles to understand how what she saw could seemingly disappear. But detectives know better than to stop. Digital investigations rarely hinge on a single device. Files are copied. Data is stored. And sometimes, the truth is hiding in the place someone thought to grab on the way out the door. Because when analysts finally open Mark's laptop, the investigation takes a devastating turn.
Downloaded was the thing called the fappening, I think it was called. And they might have been mixed in with that. I don't know.
Okay, but what about going to the website?
No. Never.
Because that is traditional child porn tradecraft.
Right.
Of one website to another, to another, to another.
Right. I've never
You just
downloaded
don't.
anything. I really haven't. I don't know how that, like, I didn't even know it was on there.
Okay, have you viewed it? Have you viewed
That's-
child sexually abusive material?
That's what I'm saying is, I don't know how it would went on there. I know I use this AI stuff. Anything else I did was...
It's not AI, and it's
Yeah,
not...
well, and the laptop, like I said... I
There
had to
is
use-
child sexual erotica, which is different, but the material is yours.
Yeah, I
It's
don't-
on your laptop.
I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, for one, it was over 10 years ago. I wouldn't even remember if I wanted to, but
But when you fled your house, when you knew the police were coming,
I
what
wanted
did you
to-
grab?
well, I grabbed my laptop, but I wanted...
The laptop tells a completely different story. Buried within its storage are more than 100 images of confirmed child sexual abuse material. This time, there is no ambiguity. No gray area. No debate about artificial intelligence. Some of the images are immediately recognized by forensic software and flagged through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. These are known files, connected to real victims whose abuse has already been documented. The AI explanation collapses instantly. Investigators notify the school district, and Mark is no longer employed. The district issues a statement emphasizing that he did not work directly with students and that there is no evidence any children at the school were involved. Still, the damage is irreversible. Detectives bring Mark in for a second interview. This time, the tone is different. They lay out the findings clearly. They explain the number of images, the confirmations, the timestamps, the impossibility of accidental possession at this scale. Mark denies downloading anything intentionally. He suggests files may have come from an old data leak, or from forums that redirected him without his knowledge. He claims he never watched videos, only saw images online. He repeatedly says he didn't know the material was there. Investigators push back gently but firmly. Over 100 files don't appear by mistake. And fleeing the house with the laptop the moment police were called raises questions he can't answer. When asked directly if he has ever viewed child sexual abuse material, his responses spiral into contradictions: accidental, unknown, forgotten, mixed in with other files. None of it holds. Finally, detectives explain the charges: aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material and using a computer to commit a crime, both carrying potential sentences of 10 years or more.
10-year felonies. So go ahead and kick your shoes off and empty your pockets, everything onto this table, please.